Not all eggs are created equal, and not all hens lay them consistently. But what if there was a way to keep those eggs coming all year long? Turns out there is, and it's not just luck. Let's uncover the brilliant, time-tested tricks that make this egg-laying magic possible, and this is not what you'd expect. Number 10. Let there be light. You're a chicken chilling in your coop, minding your own business, when suddenly the day starts getting shorter. Yikes! What's a hen to do with the sunset early and egg-laying starts to slow down? Well, don't worry, farmers have this all figured out. They bring in the big guns, artificial lighting. Yep, by installing lights in the chicken coops, farmers can make it seem like the sun just never sets. It's like the hens are living in an eternal summer vacation where the days are long and the eggs just keep coming. It's basically a chicken's version of an all-you-can-eat buffet where the lights are always on and the eggs keep rolling in. Bright idea, right? But wait, there is more that these clever farmers do to make the hens feel even more special. Number 9. Gourmet meals for hens. Now, what's a great vacation without some delicious food? Chickens aren't just munching on any old feed, they're dining like royalty. Think protein, calcium, and vitamins packed into their daily meals to ensure they produce top-quality eggs. But here's where it gets really interesting. On kosher farms, these meals have to meet some serious standards. Kosher laws are all about purity, and that extends to the hens' feed as well. It's like the hens are eating at a 5-star restaurant, with every meal perfectly crafted to align with strict dietary rules. So while we're over here settling out for takeout, these hens are living the high life. Bon appetit, Madam Hen. And now that they're well fed, let's talk about how these hens are staying zen, even in the busiest of coops. Number 8. Spa-like serenity. Stress is a total productivity killer, and hens are no different. When they're stressed, their egg-laying slows down. Let's be honest, nobody wants that. So what's the solution? A spa-like environment for the hens, of course. And if you're enjoying this journey into the world of farming, consider hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel. This will help us bloom with even more incredible stories for you. Farmers who go out all in creating a calm, peaceful atmosphere. They minimize loud noises, avoid overcrowding, and make sure that there are no sudden changes in the environment. It's like a luxury spa retreat, but for chickens. These hens are living their best lives, feathers fluffed, stress-free, and laying eggs like they're at an all-day brunch. And speaking of taking a break, here's another clever move farmers use to keep those eggs rolling in: managing the molting process. Number 7. Molting makeover. Molting, or the time when hens shed their old feathers to make room for the new ones. Sounds like a bit of a me-time break, does it? But here's the twist. Molting usually means no eggs for a while. Farmers, though, aren't about to let that slide. They've figured out how to manage this period to keep egg production steady. By tweaking the hen's diet and lighting conditions, farmers can either shorten or delay the molt. It's like giving the hens a little nudge, saying, take a break, but not too long, okay? This ensures that while the hens are getting their fresh new feathers, they're still providing a steady supply of eggs. Talk about multitasking. Feathers and eggs. Now, let's move on to something even more important: staying hydrated. Without proper hydration, things could get a little extra complicated. Number 6. Hydration station. Ever feel like you can't function without a good cup of coffee or water? Well, hens need hydration too. Just like us, they need fresh water to stay at the top of their game. Hydration can totally mess up with egg production. So farmers ensure that hens always have access to fresh water. Some farms even have automated watering systems, giving the hens a personal hydration station. It's like they're at a chicken spa with unlimited beverages, making sure they're always at their best. Cheers to that! But let's not forget, extreme temperatures can throw a wrench in their hydration and egg-laying efforts. What happens when it's freezing cold or blazing hot? Well, don't worry, farmers have that covered too. Number 5. Climate Control Coop Edition. Heat and cold are no friend to hens. When it's too hot or too cold, their egg production takes a nosedive. So, how do farmers keep things comfortable? With temperature-controlled coops, of course. Farmers equip their coops with heating and cooling systems, keeping the temperature just right year-round. It's like central heating and air conditioning, but for chickens. The hens get to live in the lap of luxury, lounging in perfect temperatures while pumping out eggs like nobody's business. It's the ultimate in comfort, and these hens are definitely not complaining. Now that we've got the hens living in total comfort, what's next? Oh, right. Make sure we've got the best hens around. Number 4. Breeding the best. It's time to talk about genetics, folks. Just like how we choose athletes for a sports team based on their skills, farmers carefully select hens with superior egg-laying abilities. These selective breeding ensures that only the best hens are laying the most eggs. It's like drafting the MVPs for the chicken world. These hens are the rock stars of the coop, and they're not slacking off. Their high egg production keeps breakfast tables full and fridges stocked up. While we're on the subject of eggs, let's talk about their living space. Because these hens aren't just sitting in cramped coops. Oh no, they're living in spacious, clean environments. Number 3. Room to roam and clean cribs. Kosher law emphasizes treating animals ethically, and this means providing hens with spacious, clean living conditions. Crowded, filthy coops not on these farms. Farmers ensure that the hens have plenty of room to roam and clean cribs to call home. With the less crowding and more cleanliness, the hens are happier and healthier. The less stress, the better the egg production. It's like living in a tidy, spacious apartment, plenty of room to relax and focus on what really matters, laying those eggs. But don't forget, kosher farms take ethical treatment to a step further, and that brings us to an interesting little quirk about hens. Number 2. Solo living. Here's something you might not know. Hens don't need roosters to lay eggs. Well, that's right. No roosters required. Many kosher farms opt to keep flocks of hens without roosters to avoid unnecessary aggression and energy loss. So instead of a noisy, disruptive rooster hanging around, the hens get to live in a quiet, peaceful, all-female environment. It's like a sorority house for chickens. Everyone gets along, and egg production stays at its peak. No drama, just eggs. And of course, all of this is backed by the commitment to kosher standards, which ensures that the hens are healthy, well cared for, and productive. Number 1. Kosher commitment. Finally, let's talk about the real secret behind it all. The unwavering commitment to kosher principles. From the hen's diet to the living conditions, everything is designed to meet strict guidelines of kashrut. This dedication results in not only healthier hens, but higher egg production as well. Farmers take great care in maintaining the purity and quality of the egg, ensuring they meet the highest standards. It's a holistic approach that benefits the hens, the consumers, and the community as a whole. So next time you crack open a kosher egg, just know a lot of love, care, and clever farming went into making sure that the egg was laid with the utmost attention to detail. And there you have it, folks. Hens living the high life with gourmet meals, spa days, and fancy coops. Who knew? Switching gears, let's talk about Jewish water heating. During Shabbat, water heating is a no-go. So creative solutions like preheated water comes in handy. But the cool part? Many Jewish communities are embracing eco-friendly solar-powered systems to heat water while following religious rules like talking about Tikkun Olam, fixing the world. Now on to Jewish community farming, where it's not just about veggies, but learning, bonding, and giving back. Imagine farming while discussing ancient wisdom or helping food banks. Coastal Roots in California is a prime example, blending Jewish farming traditions with modern-day sustainability. But it's not just about food, it's about creating connections. From workdays to workshops, these farms bring people together to celebrate heritage, share knowledge, and make some great memories. It's a farming community with a side of culture and connection. Speaking of ancient practices, let's talk about the biblical concept of letting land rest every 7th year. This practice requires farmers to cease agricultural activities, allowing the land to lie fallow. It's like giving Mother Earth a well-deserved sabbatical. In recent times, Shemitah has been gaining attention as a model for sustainable agriculture, mandating periodic rest for the land. It promotes soil health, biodiversity, and long-term ecological balance. Some see it as a tool to combat modern challenges like climate change and environmental degradation. Embracing Shemitah encourages communities to rethink their relationship with the land and resources. It fosters a mindset of stewardship, reminding us that while we may work the land, we're also its caretakers. It's a timeless lesson in humility and sustainability, proving that sometimes the best way to move forward is to pause and let nature take its course. I must say the fusion of ancient wisdom and modern farming techniques in Jewish practices is truly inspiring. From ethical animal treatment to sustainable environmental practices, these methods embody respect for life and community. Shemitah's resurgence highlights the relevance of ancient traditions in tackling today's sustainable challenges, promoting collectivity responsibly and stewardship. Who knew hens could live like queens? If you're just as impressed as we are, like and share this video. And guess what? We've got a video revealing what foods Jewish people stockpile that never expires. You won't believe what's on this list. Subscribe to find out.